Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra, September 9, 2023. You could truly feel like a child once again. Your heart could radiate like the sun and be practically ready to burst. This is because sweet Venus, our goddess planet of attraction and beauty, will be spending another month in the Leo. This will make her feel bold, sexy, confident, daring, and social, especially since she is back to direct motion. We, too, will take on these effervescent vibes and be eager to link up with people who ignite a spark within our hearts and loins. If you are single, you must get ready to strut your stuff and put yourself out there because this is one of the absolute best transits ever to meet someone new. The right opportunity is destined to come along. A chance to feel professionally and financially empowered could arise when the moon in Gemini sextiles the North Node in Aries. The sextile will feel good-natured since you might be surprised by what you can do with your work life. You may feel like this is a chance to take on another job, or you could be ready to invest more of yourself into your current position. Whatever you decide to do will lead you to where you need to be in your work life. 2 days after the moon spent its early hours in your financial sector at a friendly aspect to Mars in an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart, it is spending its final hours at a friendly aspect to the dwarf planet Ceres there. While this caps off a positive few days when it comes to fueling your financial confidence, instincts and imagination, where Mars has given you something to fight for, Ceres is focused more on the motivation behind this. Today could bring attention to the throat area, which can be especially sensitive under the current transit. There are several homeopathic treatments which aid an infected throat: astragalus, echinacea, gargling salt mixed into warm water, and putting fresh lemon on your food. A hurt throat sends a message to your body not to speak. This leads to internalization of emotions and can cause mental distress. Try to purify your lymphatic system with respect to this condition. You are entering a period in which your emotional life won't be very important to you. On the other hand, the vibrations will be very favorable to you in your material life. You are thinking about jumping into a real estate investment that could be very fruitful. It's true that you will have to have a lot of energy to wrap up your projects. In terms of your health, you will have some digestive problems that are due in great part to stress related to recent investments that you have made. On the heels of what, thanks to the moon, has already been some important days across the communication, friendship and relationship fronts, it is the sun that is following this up with something a lot more substantial. Just as the sun is separating from a friendly aspect to Mercury in your friendship sector, he moves into a friendly aspect to Jupiter, just 3 days after his retrograde turn in your relationship sector. With Mercury, the planet of communication, moving into his final 7 days in retrograde motion today, this is a chance to capture the support for friendship and relationship building and the doors open to the past and second chances. It is just as you are about to move into the weekend that the moon not only returns to an adventurous part of your chart today but straight into a friendly aspect to Saturn, in retrograde motion in your romantic sector. It is in the heart of the weekend that the moon will connect with dreamy Neptune, also in retrograde motion there, with today's mix of romance, adventure and nostalgia just a taste of things to come. Our eyes in the sky. As the sun begins to separate from its alignment with Mercury in your work sector, and Jupiter settles into its early days of retrograde motion in your income sector, a remarkable celestial event unfolds. The Sun and Jupiter, two of the most significant and influential celestial bodies in our solar system, are converging in a rare conjunction. This cosmic rendezvous marks their first collaboration in this particular alignment in a dozen years. It offers a unique opportunity to blend the Sun's emphasis on new job prospects with the newly opened doors to revisiting the past, seizing second chances, and tapping into previously unexplored income potential. The recent departure of the moon from your income sector, just yesterday, has left you with a heightened sensitivity to financial matters. However, it's the impeccable timing of these celestial movements that makes this astrological event all the more profound. Not only was the moon present when Jupiter commenced its retrograde journey 2 days ago, but it also coincided with an alignment between the Sun and Mercury. This alignment served to illuminate both fresh opportunities and untapped potential in your professional sphere. When a planet transitions from direct to retrograde or vice versa, it must momentarily pause to execute a celestial U-turn. Depending on the typical speed of the planet, this hiatus can last for days or even weeks. Therefore, it's expected that Venus, having recently shifted to direct motion, will remain relatively stationary for the next 3 days. However, given Venus's usual swiftness, she will gradually regain momentum by week's end. Furthermore, with the supportive presence of Juno, the asteroid symbolizing commitment, financial matters are poised to accelerate more rapidly than one might initially anticipate. In essence, these celestial alignments are painting a vivid picture of evolving opportunities in your work life and income prospects. It's a time when the cosmos is aligning in your favor, and as Venus starts to gain momentum, you can look forward to a promising and exciting period of financial growth and professional development. The Moon, currently positioned in Gemini, forms a challenging square aspect with Neptune, which is in retrograde in Pisces today. This celestial configuration ushers in a rather hazy and nebulous atmosphere that seems to envelop the entire day. It's as though we're walking through a thick fog of emotions and uncertainties. Navigating through this mist can be quite perplexing, as it blurs the line between our fears and our intuition. Consequently, making clear-headed decisions might prove to be a formidable task. Given this cosmic backdrop, it would be wise to put off any major decisions for a more auspicious time. Interestingly, your words will hold a special power today. People will be struck by your eloquence and persuasive abilities. They'll be inspired to follow your lead, feeling assured that your intentions are centered around the collective success of everyone involved. Your influence is not rooted in the pursuit of personal power, but rather in your desire to foster popularity and secure favorable outcomes for your team or community. However, a word of caution regarding financial matters is in order. The current astrological configuration suggests that investing capital at this juncture could lead to unfavorable, perhaps even disastrous, consequences. It's highly probable that you might make a wrong financial choice, so it's advisable to exercise prudence and refrain from making significant financial commitments. If you've had long-standing plans for a major purchase, it might be wise to delay it for a little while longer, as unexpected events could soon disrupt your plans. Taking care of your physical well-being is another important aspect to consider today. Give yourself the gift of rest and relaxation, especially if you find yourself in stressful circumstances. Prioritize adopting a healthier attitude towards self-care, especially during challenging times. Assess the value of expending your energy reserves wisely, discerning when it's truly worth it and when it might be better to conserve your strength.